everyone, welcome back to Not Just Real Estate, here with Lynsey Foster Living, and myself, Rob Golfi, with the Golfi Team.
Before we get into it, a quick call to action for our friends. Over the last few months, we've actually amassed like thousands of views on YouTube. Some people somewhere are interested in the bullshit that we've been throwing back and forth. And so if you listen to us today and you enjoy it, please like, subscribe. You can find both of us on YouTube, both of us on every social media channel. And further to that, like if there's interesting things you'd like to hear about, we would love cool ideas. Otherwise, we'll just keep shooting the shit every Monday.
That's it.
On that note, though, the shooting the shit portion. It's my fucking birthday week, Rob.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I'm turning 29 again this Sunday, Easter Sunday.
Oh, so are you gonna get a little rabbit cake or an Easter egg cake for your birthday? I remember when my birthday
was on Easter.
One year we had my mom got me a rabbit as a cake.
I'm gonna eat whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah,
to answer your question,
but
rabbit or otherwise.
Yeah, it was nice.
I wonder if Scott's ordered me a cake yet. You should text him after this.
Hey,
see.
You better order a cake.
I will handle everything that needs to be handled for my own birthday and for Easter, except for the cake part. I think if you buy your own cake, that's a different level. But on that note, I wanted to bring us our horoscope because it's coming up on Aries season.
Yep.
It is my birthday in 6 days. It's your birthday and a couple more after that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I read 2 horoscopes for us.
Oh boy.
And they were complimentary, but basically you and I need to watch ourselves today. Are you ready for this?
Okay, go for it.
So it says passion and romance are in the air. Make the most of this great atmosphere. I don't know about you, but that's not me.
Oh, wow.
It says everyone seems to be in a festive mood. You feel close to others and profound gratitude, but you also have attitude. Consider leaving work early to go home and snuggle up close with someone extra special, and be sure to be extra open about sharing your feelings today.
Wow, that's mine. That's mine.
That's like both of us.
Both of us.
But
wow.
did you wake up pissy today?
No, I just
woke up.
I wake up pretty calm every morning. It's the same routine. That's it. I don't have any.
Good for you.
Thing. I've had I'd say in a couple of over I'd say 25 years, there has been. You ever wake up in the middle of the night and think you thought you forgot something, but really you didn't?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just like, oh my God. And then, or
we're organizing 3-ring circuses.
Or you have a nap on the couch and you get up and say, you're thinking that you're late for an appointment. Meanwhile, you did finish that appointment, but you were such a deep sleep.
And there's nowhere to be.
And then you're going, and I'll tell you, this is what happened not that long ago. I was crashed on the couch, and I don't know, my wife walks in, and I thought it was morning. I literally, but it was at night, like it wasn't even 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And I was out. I wake up, and she's going around doing stuff like she would do in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm going, is it morning already? And I slept on the couch all night. Like literally, I thought I slept on the couch. And then I look at the clock. I I didn't know. I was totally lost. I must have been really tired on that. Like you lose your bearings, you lose your time.
Yeah, you don't know where you are.
Like I literally, like it was. And what happened was she was out for the night. Excuse me. And so I thought she came home. She went to bed.
And it was the morning, and she was puttering.
Left me where I am.
Yeah.
And and then she's doing, but she didn't go to bed. She was doing cleaning up around.
She was drunk, stumbling around after the night out with her girlfriend.
But I thought I slept through the whole night. I could have gone to work. Can you imagine if I wasn't looking at the clock? I got up, showered, and went to work at 10, 11 o'clock at night, thinking it was the morning.
Where is everybody?
Because I usually get here to my office in the dark. Like I'm here before, like, so somebody was saying to me this morning, say, hey, did you see the sunrise? I go, it's beautiful. It's orange. Like the sun is orange and everything. I go, I never see that. I'm here. Like it's dark. Like I have my lights on in front of the building because I keep them on till 6 in the morning, and I'm here and seeing the lights being shut off
before they go off.
Yeah,
that is commitment.
That's me. Yeah, like so I don't.
We talked about how I'm not a good napper. But yesterday was the Rosedale Neighborhood Softball Association Easter egg hunt.
Oh wow!
Unpack that shit. And you might be surprised to learn that I'm the secretary of the softball association.
Oh boy, look out, everybody!
Not because I have like any experience as a secretary or in softball. I just am a smile and two helping hands. But I was so freaking wiped between like the fresh air and the screaming children and the mud and the bake sale and all that. So I laid down at about 7 o'clock thinking like, I'll give myself 20 minutes and then I'll get up and make lunches and get on with my day. And when I woke up, all the baked goods were gone. Okay. And I look at my clock and I'm like, 2 hours. I actually took 2 hours, and I got up and I said, Scott, like in the time I was sleeping, did you eat everything I brought home from the bake sale? He's got friggin' chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely he did.
Damn
so
right.
I got a good nap in, but I didn't get to eat any of the confections that I brought home from the day.
Isn't that what like baby showers and wedding showers and the cookies? The cookies, especially Italian weddings or Italian showers and Italian things. They freaking have millions of cookies and
then you get stuck with them. So like there's probably a team of 10 moms and these ladies crank it out. We had brownies and cupcakes. The ladies are dipping Oreos and making them look like bunny rabbits.
So you guys already had your Easter egg hunt?
Yeah.
Why so early? Why? Like it's Easter's this coming week. Like why not have it on Easter weekend?
Oh, because I think that it's just to prep folks. I mean, these are just the baseball kids running around to grab plastic eggs, right? It wasn't like it's not a gigantic.
Do you have a neighborhood Easter egg hunt too, or no?
No.
This is a league that's in Rosedale.
Yeah. So down in the valley behind Rosedale Arena, there's like 6 baseball diamonds. And our kids play 4-pitch and T-ball down there, and we volunteered to help run it. We're filling a pillar, let's be clear, but it's lots of fun. Plus, you get to like be outside at baseball, and our community is so close knit that it's all the same people. Right?
So now you or your husband play baseball in this league?
No,
but you're part of the association in
for the children.
For the kids.
We do it for the kids.
Oh, this is for the kid. This is not an adult thing. This is a kid league.
Do I look like Rob? Do I look like the kind of woman who would play adult co-ed sports?
I don't know.
Absolutely,
I don't know. But
not.
so wait a minute. So this is kids, and you have to live in that area to play on this league, or no?
No, you just have to pay and get into the area. We had folks like from Smithville last year.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But like, are you familiar with Mahoney Park? Is in Hamilton. They have like a really big baseball program. Yeah. This is just another one. It's $120. It's like playing soccer.
Yeah. So it's a league. It's a league.
It's T-ball with popsicles, but it wipes me out.
How would you have the time to deal with that? I don't know. I could, like, you know what I mean? And actually, you know what? I shouldn't say that because I always jump in and say, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And now, I'm doing all these different things. I'm doing all different things. And like my schedule is every single day I've got something going on. And I think I've got to lighten it up a little bit.
It's hard to because you got to be a yes man. And you want to be a yes man like for your own soul and energy because they're cool opportunities. Yeah. And you want to be a yes man because we're business people. And if we say no once, but like, this, I'm currently learning to ballroom dance for Easter seals. You want to talk about packing shit on.
I just, you know what? If I went for that dancing stuff,
tell me.
I would just learn. I just want to learn how to dance, but not like, how they have their heads like this. They move their heads up like that and back and forth. And
I pulled my neck last week.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
He was, look more left, and I have to keep doing this. And I very much injured myself. But for the greater good.
No. I mean, I wish I could learn to dance decent, but not the ballroom style.
And realistically, like, where would you whip it out? Like, if you knew an Argentinian tango, are you going to be at an 800-person wedding? And you're like, clear the floor. Rob's going to show us how to dance.
I know.
Right?
There one time somebody asked me if I wanted to do it. How they have. You are doing it, aren't you? Doing a celebrity
Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars.
You said no.
I don't know if I could do that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I probably could, but I'm just shy about it.
My nerves definitely ebb and flow. And my hope is that I will have enough of my friends there that the cheering will be loud. Because I could also really suck at this.
I'm wondering, I'll be that stiff guy. You know how they try to do it? You ever see Dance with the Stars? You see,
absolutely.
There's always that one that just can't get the flow, can't get the rhythm going. And he's stiff every time he does a move.
Well, and like, what is rhythm? Like, I'm holding my breath and counting in my head and trying to watch my feet.
Are you supposed to count?
No, you shouldn't hold your breath either. But I'm just trying to do too many things at once, right? Like, I can't chew and walk bubble gum.
Wow.
So anyways, we'll get video of it and I'll show you
Looking
how
forward to seeing it. So
okay, you had like an anomaly about folks from Toronto that are moving to our city.
Tell me if this is right or wrong. So people, when they move, okay, So like, and I always tell this to people, especially people that built a life. I'm not talking about young couples. I'm talking about older couples that lived in Toronto for 20, 30 years, and they want to move to like Niagara, Hamilton, right? So they said, hey, we're moving there because, they get to sell their house, they buy a house, and they got cash in the bank, and, they're moving to a smaller community. I always tell those people, I go, guys, are you sure? Because your friends will come out for that one visit. After that, they're not coming back. You're going to be going back and forth to Toronto every time to do every single thing with your friends because they're not going to come.
No, like, what are you doing in Font Hill?
Yeah.
What the fuck is there to do?
I know.
You're moving to Niagara on the Lake. You go to the same restaurant 16 times.
And then I remember one person said, Rob, you are freaking right. They go, our friends will not come out. They said, you know why? Because they're used to visiting and seeing you in the circle that you were in before. Because you left that circle, you're like, what the hell are you doing? Like, so now you're going to have to, if you want to stay in that circle, you're going to have to drive back to Toronto and deal with that. So I always tell, like especially older couples, I say, you sure you want to move? Because I'm going to tell you, like, your friends aren't going to come out and see you. And they don't.
No, well, and here's a couple of other interesting variables. They're all moving to the same thing, okay? You can agree with this. They're the 2-bedroom bungalow model in a townhome complex that's only road maintenance, and the builders aren't selling them with finished basements.
No.
So if you invite your friends over, your guest room options are so limited in that model.
But they're only there for one visit.
And because there's nowhere to sleep anyways. There's nothing to do, and there's nowhere to sleep.
Exactly. They're there to congratulate them on their new home and then say, see you later. We're not coming back ever again.
And here's the craziest part. We did probably 3 listing appointments so far this year for folks exactly in that direction.
Yeah.
They were Port Credit, Toronto, Mississauga. They moved out Niagara way. Those homes haven't appreciated the same way that their Toronto place would
and they
have.
can't, and it's hard for them to move back because now they're going, you know what, this is not really working. Let's sell this, and then when they go back looking in the Toronto area for the house, they go, holy smokes,
your nest egg gone.
Values went up so much, way more and way faster. Now they're kind of stuck.
Well, and this is old news because we've had a boomer population for so long, but bungalows are easily the highest price per square foot and the most in-demand model. So for you to leave your family home to get something more accessible in a new neighborhood and then change your mind on postal code, these people will blow their entire retirement fund.
Oh, no kidding. I've had people say, Rob, I don't care. I know I'm paying too much for this, but I just want it, and I don't care. But then when they want to sell, a lot of them say, oh, I'm going to die here, right? And sometimes they live a little longer than they thought they would. So, but
right,
but they have no problem. So that's why the young generation can't compete against the boomer that has the money to buy a bungalow, and they'll overpay for it because they're just sick of looking. They're sick of looking at houses, and they just want to settle and get into something so they don't have to keep looking.
I agree, but leaving West Oak Trails style communities to go to Niagara on the Lake's newest subdivision is a culture shock for sure.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Niagara on the Lake, I'm telling you, like it's people. I can see retirement people going there, but if you're still working, let's say you move to Niagara on the Lake and you want to work in Hamilton or wherever, that is a terrible drive. No. It's like 15, 20 minutes just to get to the highway.
Well, and if you're retiring there, you really have to like the community because it's like thick. It's in your face. Oh, yeah. Like there's no, if you want to live on a block of Niagara on the Lake, you need to like the people that are there. Same with these complexes that they're building. My best friend's parents are in Font Hill. It's like a 52-piece complex. Yeah. And if you're not in the inner clique, you're not going for a walk.
They know if you're an outsider or not.
Exactly.
They know.
And they're judgy about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember like even smaller communities like Grimsby, sometimes like that. But now Grimsby's so opened up quite a bit. It doesn't matter if you're an outsider. But when I moved there, and I moved there before the invasion of everybody coming in, and I was a little bit of an outsider. Now I'm more of a part of the circle of Grimsby, and but yeah, like it's just
40,000 bus shelters will do that.
Yeah,
for a guy typically.
That's it. They either like the neighbor or they don't like the neighbor. So our neighbor there, he's that Golfi guy and stuff. And actually, I got my trailer. It's all wrapped. It's parked right. I just did it on the weekend. It's parked right on the street in front of my house. So I could imagine. And you look out. I mean, like there's a big picture of me there. So I'm sure people are sick of it.
Why is the trailer at your house?
You know why? Because I had to move it out of the driveway because it was in front of one of my vehicles, and I saw the sun, and I said, shit, I'm gonna, I want to have it ready and available, and it's too heavy for me to do it by hand. The other trailers I could, but this is a bigger, heavier trailer, so I didn't want to ruin my back. So
is this for staging?
No, we have a trailer. Sometimes people need it for, they want to move.
Okay.
I got two 12-footers and one 14-footer. And sometimes our clients, and you can move one full apartment in our 14-footer trailer.
Really?
Yeah, it's enclosed. You can pack it in there and you'd be amazed.
Can you drive with it on the back? Like, can you drive with the trailer on a truck?
Oh yeah, I can move it around. I can back it up. I can. I'm pretty good moving that trailer around. Sometimes people I had a client that needed it. We don't advertise too much that we have them, but one of the clients said, hey, I said to her, I offered her a trailer. I said, yeah. So I put the trailer in her driveway. Probably about 3 weeks before she was moving. And I said, yeah, you can have it for the month. Just keep it. And so I'm not sure who she had to help her maneuver that trailer, from her to her place. But and then I just picked it up last weekend, 2 weekends ago, put it in my driveway, and I parked it in front of my one vehicle. And then after that, this past weekend, I said, you know what, I got to move my vehicle. So I'll move it back in towards closer to the garage so I can
before someone calls bylaw on your ass.
No, not on my street, man.
No?
Are you kidding, man? Nobody will call anybody.
Good for you.
Our street's like everybody minds their own business. Nobody will cause problems on our street. That's what I like. This is the first street where I moved into that everybody's actually pretty decent. Like other streets, I'm telling you, like one neighbor, oh my God, she just, for some reason, she knew I was a realtor. Oh, she'd say, you think you're this big shot realtor that can come and go. I says, I do come and go like everybody else does.
Because I live here and I need to come and go.
But I didn't. And then another one. So that was that one. And then the one before I'm living in now, didn't like me from the day I moved in. Just
Really?
just kind of like when I said no, I have no problem with it. Like it's good. Now we set the tone. I don't talk to you, you don't talk to me. That's
and you
it.
Just mind your business.
But you know what? But she's one of those people that the husband's a super nice guy and she's just a total bitch and he would only talk to me when she wasn't around.
Yeah, well, she's got him on a tight rope.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, hey, there you go.
So
it shows.
My neighbors are absolute saints, and my street is actually like very 80 plus, which is alarming because the homes are large and we're on a hill and we get
when
weather.
You say 80 plus, like 80 plus years old?
Correct.
People? Wow.
Yeah, we have some serious seniors on our street, and everybody's really lovely. But I'll tell you my grievance, and it's something that I'd never thought about before. I'm on a walking track. So I didn't realize when we bought the house, but everybody that goes for a walk loops our court. We're at the top of the hill, so it's a cardio adventure, and the houses are pretty, and you get the backdrop, and as a result, there's 400 people worth of foot traffic past our house every day, which would be fun and interesting, except you've probably never seen my house, but the entire facade is railings, okay? So much glass.
Your house?
At my house.
A lot of railings.
Mr. DiCenzo.
Do you got arches too on the front porch?
Yes.
Okay.
There are arches and railings, and within the grids of the railings were about 2 foot wide, like pizza pie pan style metal flowers. It was straight from Sicily. Like this came off of the side of a mountain. So naturally, as a munch cake, I paid an old man to grind every single flower out of this fucking railing because it was ugly as sin. And the walkers saw it.
They didn't like it.
They called the city. And the city decided that had structurally compromised my railings.
Holy smokes.
Put an order to comply on my house. I had to get an engineer to come in and retest all the glass and prove to the city. And we don't use these balconies, Rob. Like, what am I doing on a Juliet balcony?
You're kidding me. So somebody called.
One of the walkers called the city. Cost me probably $8,000 by the time I was done with the full engineering report and touching up whatever bolts here and there. And it only happened because we have 400 people worth of foot traffic every day. So something to think about if you're a sensitive home buyer or you like your privacy. It could be in the most private spot in the world, but if everyone walks their dog past it.
You know what? There was a lady in this neighborhood. she drives by our office a lot, and she didn't like the sign I put out front. This is a commercial building.
Yeah.
She goes online and gives me a 1-star review indicating, and I go, are you kidding me? And she was a teacher, professor at Mohawk College. I researched. I go, you got to be kidding me. Reviews are for people that you've done you had service with,
Sure.
not just because you don't like something you drive by it.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I actually threatened to call her dean, saying, what kind of person are you?
Yeah, it's harassment.
So anyway, I was really nice about it, and I said, look, I go, I comply with everything. I go, this is based on, you can't give somebody a bad review for something that we never never represented you in either way of buyer or seller. Anyway, she took that down. Like I said, I'm gonna call your dean or whatever and say what you did, and I'm gonna go to the newspapers with this. So I go, trust me, people like front page news. Remember the lawsuit that I had?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I used my arms wide open. I go, believe me, it'll hit. And then boom, she took it off, and that was it.
Well,
I was being nice. I was being nice.
The city didn't know you were putting up a sign the size of a king size mattress.
Yeah, no. It was a sign that I put up. It complied. It had the permit and everything, and she just didn't like the sign.
Puts an itch in someone's
ass.
ass.
So,
eh?
I mean, that's how see how people cause problems for other people?
Yeah.
Like, what else you got going on in your life? Come on, give me a break. Like, let it go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if everybody, like, there's so many negative people out there, I try to avoid them. But I'll tell you something. It always comes out right for the right person. Like, if you have negative karma, you're going to have negative karma for the rest of your life, and that's just the way your life's going to be. But if you're a positive person, having that sign there should not be anything in your life.
Yeah.
It should be nothing. Like, I drive by so many illegal things that are happening out there. Do I care? No. And there's people that have screwed me around. I could actually report them. I could send a complaint against them with RICO. I don't bother. I'm not wasting my time on negative energy. And everybody out there shouldn't either. Focus on the positive. You'll find your life will be so much better out there. And you know what?
You reap what you sow. What
exactly.
are you putting out? That's what you're going to get back in.
Just give it up. You negative people out there that are listening, believe me.
Smile more.
Yeah. Like, trust me, it is way better life being positive than being negative. It's so great. You guys come and see me, and I'll show you how a great positive life is.
Okay, so speaking of public opinion, this leads really well into the next point.
That was a long-winded little.
John will be so proud of you for that one. That was a good one.
There you go, yeah.
Okay, no, but I feel like this leads in, and you have no idea what this means because I put it on our thing for the day.
Uh-oh.
So Bentley, the car manufacturer,
yeah,
has posted this statement. I was listening on the radio. Their sales are considerably down. And it's not in relation to the price of their vehicles. It's not that people can't afford them. It's that this concept of quiet luxury, basically, the folks who can afford a Bentley are so worried that everybody else will judge them for owning a Bentley that they've stopped buying them.
Yeah.
And it has radically affected their sales. And
yeah.
I wondered what you thought about that.
I truly believe it because I'll give you a perfect example. So I go to this men's store. It's at I think Square One is at Mississauga.
Okay.
It's a men's clothing store. Their prices are it's a little better quality than the average, but it's not expensive, not super expensive. I said I need a belt. He started showing me these belts with it had H and V and L. I go, listen, I don't want
an alphabet on my belly.
Yeah, no, but I'm not a flashy guy. Like, I'm not flashy. Like when it comes to having designer stuff, I have the odd one or two things, and that's it. But otherwise, that's it. And I get it. Some people just maybe not want to be flashy as much. Like, I like to dress well, but you don't see. I don't have labels on anything, and I'll rip the labels off. Like, I literally will take the labels off. I had these glasses. I was gonna magic marker on the side, the name on it.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna magic. You know what? You know what it is? I feel. I'll tell you. Like, I have to say that I've been in in a tough, broke situation in my life before. I've been broke, and during the 90s when I was struggling and everything. I get it. When I saw people that had money, and I go, wow, it's nice to have that. I really, like envied them, and I wish I was one of them. But now I feel privileged. I worked hard to get to where I am, but I don't like to sometimes put it in front of other people. And showing them like I'm like, what do you call it? What do you call
Better
it?
than?
Yeah, no. I just feel that way. I just feel that because I know sometimes people in life, they're struggling, and sometimes it's just, no matter how hard they're working, sometimes it doesn't work, but it will. I was one of those guys where I thought, I'm never going to get out of this hole. It's never going to happen. But I didn't give up. I kept going. I persevered through some heavy, hard times, and I just feel that there's a lot of people are sometimes where I was, and I think that that I get where they're coming from. I had a friend one time. He's struggled. His business was just not doing good, and I just said to him, I go, just hang in there. I says, I've been there. I go, you got your health. That's the key thing. And I said, whatever life lands, but you got your health and everything else. Don't worry. You got, and I tell people, and I'll tell you this, if you can become super successful in 1 decade, from zero to millionaire, you can do it in less than a decade. And because how the market goes and how the economy is, like, look at how housing prices. I always say house prices double every 10 years. Now, with business, no matter what you do, if you put hard work in for 10 years, you're gonna win. You're gonna win no matter what. It's just, but you got to give it 10 years before you start sometimes seeing results. Yeah. I mean, I've grinded out a lot of different things in the past, and I didn't see results, and I said, okay, no, this is not working. Maybe I didn't have the right people. I didn't have the right research. I didn't do it, but I did find what worked for me, and it's worked out. So anybody that's listening and they're going through tough times, listen. There is ways out there to win, and you just got to find the right one to win. Sometimes you may not have the right partner. You got to find the right partner. If you have a partner that's negative, you got to make a decision. And because if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting, right? So you just got
same results, absolutely. Well, and I think also, like, being fiscally responsible is an important part. Being able to just hang on, you have your health, also means you need to be able to feed your family.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And I think there's an argument from the Bentley perspective that maybe, like, post-COVID, people are a little more stringent with their money.
Yeah.
And who wants to spend $200K on a depreciating asset, right? Like, there's other places to book that.
What do they go for, those cars? They're going to be what, 250, 300,
I think
400,000?
Like very starting, yes. And you can probably spend $1 million in a second.
Jeez.
But there's a real estate agent who's north of Toronto, and a few people circulated me his TikTok videos. And one in particular was talking about, and I think we discussed this a little bit, but how he parks his G-Wagon around the corner, because he doesn't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable, and he doesn't want them to start telling him a story about. Yeah. And you got to think, like, when you were at the dealership, then why didn't you just get a C300 and go home and have a respectable vehicle that he's literally hiding what he's driving? He probably
didn't realize that till after he bought it.
I mean, they're pretty douchey. When you're signing the check that you're getting a G-Wagon, Rob. It's pretty.
It's you know what, it is. I think it is a bit of a statement, and he's just probably, I don't know if he feels guilty. He just doesn't want to feel. He knows it's a high-end vehicle, and he probably just doesn't want to flash it in front of people. And what, it's hard. It's hard. The mindset of people, it's different. They work so hard to get to success, and once they have success, and they seem to be not pressured but influenced that they have to show their success or buy something, and then once they have it, they go, "This is not me."
Well, and you need to have the things, but also you need to be modest and grateful and humble, which is difficult when you need to know the vision of this man talking about his G-Wagon. He's also in a fur-length fur coat. And I'm not sure if that changes your opinion at all. But
this is a labor whore. What do you call those guys? Labor.
It's like a whole look. But anyway, so I won't be buying a Bentley anytime soon. No. Also because we're, as you know, an electric vehicle family. But I did go and test drive a Sprinter van because I'm sick of filling my own vehicles with the staging stuff that we need.
Oh, right.
And you might be surprised to learn I am completely incapable of driving a Sprinter van.
I've had the Sprinter van. We got 2 cube trucks now.
No, you could not trust me behind the wheel of any of these things. Yeah. We will be getting nothing. Yeah, Scott will be driving maybe a trailer, but I tried to back out of the dealership in the Sprinter, and I was like, "No, get me out of this thing. I can't do it. Wow. It'd be a risk to society."
Wow. Yeah.
So I'm enjoying this Tim Hortons coffee.
Give me a break on these Tim Hortons coffee.
Look at this cup. What's it missing?
It's missing. What do you call it? Roll up the rim.
My opportunity for a free lease.
Yeah. So these roll up the rim is bullshit. Tim Hortons, come on. Like before you'd roll it up, you rip it off, and you hand it to the girl there. Nobody really cared about that. I don't know. Do you think, is there like if the germs dried up, like you drank
it doesn't work like that, Rob.
I don't know.
No, the germ is the germ, but
there's more germs out there than germs from someone's mouth that touched it. But most people don't touch it. Just put wherever you're drinking out of, just make sure the rim is not there.
Remember when they put all the pin pads on hockey sticks?
Pin pads?
Yeah, like when you went to pay at the drive-thru and like their PDT.
Oh, yeah, they stick out the...
So, you're not wrong. There are so many ways to innovate handing back a piece of paper that maybe your mouth has touched so that you can get your free donut, and they chose not to. Instead, I don't even know what they chose to do. You
have to go online. Nobody does it. You know how many coffee cups go in the garbage? People don't even check it.
Are there good prizes, though? Is there a boat this year or anything?
What? My son won a camping set one time. Quite a bit of stuff. There's some good prizes, but can you imagine how many unclaimed prizes there are going to be?
When it's all food and drinks, that's like 90% of what they're giving away, right? So they've really
they got some they got some decent prizes.
Really?
But you know what? But there's got to be a better way to win. You know what they should do? Okay, listen to this, Tim Hortons. Okay, I'm giving you an idea
Heads
here.
Up.
Okay, you guys ready? On the side of a cup, there should be a thing you can just rip off.
That would be genius.
Isn't that
your
genius?
Mouth isn't touching it.
Nobody's touching it. Your hand's touching it. We touch everybody's cups and stuff like that. Have something you can rip off so the next time you go to the Tim Hortons, here's my free coffee. Here's this. But why you don't have to rip it up. So still call it roll up the rim so you guys can, have your rights on that or your, but have something you rip off the side of the cup. You watch this. This is going to come out. Remember this, everybody. Hope a lot of people listen to this. They're saying, "Yeah, freaking Golfi said that."
Next year, when we're ripping off the sides of our
the side of the cup, just rip it. Yeah, on the side, there's like a little tear.
But I didn't even know it was roll up the rim because I would only know. The reason I don't know the prizes is because they're not plastered to the side of this cup.
So
so the girls were telling me because I don't have the app and I didn't scan my thing when
they didn't give you a cup with a roll up the rim.
Correct.
I get one every morning. I just throw it out.
But do you use it? Do you scan your thingamadoo?
No, they just give it to me.
Oh, see, I don't.
But how do they know you don't have the app?
Because I didn't scan it. You scan it at the thing.
No, you don't. Well, you could scan it
at the drive-through. There's like a scanner there.
I don't know.
I'm not downloading an app for that because I have too many apps for other shit.
I'm telling you, Tim Hortons. Put a little sticker on the side. Might cost you an extra cent to put that on the cup.
God,
but guess what? You'll have more people participating and driving to buy coffee because, you know what? Instead of Tim Hortons, McDonald's, why don't you do it before they do it?
Ew, you like McDonald's coffee?
You know what? Their McCafe's good.
I don't know.
Their coffee is really good. I'm used to the Tim Hortons. I got used to you know what it is, the caffeine, whatever they're putting in that coffee.
Too much?
No, like it gives me that spike for the day.
Starbucks does that for me.
And then I have one cup of coffee a day, and then at night, let's say if I'm going out, I'm going to be out for a while at night. I'll drink maybe just like an eighth of a cup, just enough to just give me that little boost for the night.
Yeah,
it's like an Energizer drink, really, for me. Like I just drink a little bit, and I'm good for another.
Do you drink Diet Coke?
I used to.
Yeah.
I try not to as much, but I love Diet Coke.
So do we. And
Yeah.
so I just went and got the caffeine free, thinking that that might be a wiser choice. The wisest choice, of course, is water. But it doesn't taste like Diet Coke, unfortunately.
No. I like Diet Coke.
Yeah, me too.
I sometimes, and I like the little small cans of Diet Coke.
Yeah.
You know, there's the regular, but there's
And
a
there's a
smaller
little
one.
baby
I
boys?
can guzzle one of those down like a little.
Well, this is it. Coffee in the morning is what you're supposed to do. But some mornings I wake up and I'm like, the only thing that's going to get me going is half a can of Diet Coke.
Yeah, no, Diet Coke and popcorn at night. That's what I'm in. I'm in for that.
Your dentist must love you.
Yeah.
What are you going to eat for Easter? What's your family
I did
eat?
have some chocolate yesterday, and so there's this bag of chocolates, and it's got the little Easter egg chocolates. You know, it's got the aluminum wrap, the
Yes.
colors, but there's ones with it's got I think a little peanut butter. Oh my God!
Did you have Reese's peanut
my
butter
God.
cups Easter eggs?
No, yeah. Do you know what I'm talking
Of
about?
course I do. I'm a fat girl.
Oh my
I've had
God.
all of these
Oh my
things.
God. I had those yesterday and I'm like, holy smokes.
Yeah, it's a slippery
This is a-
slope, Rob.
That's a first for me.
Yeah.
I was eating those chocolates like they were going out
You're
of
going to be
style.
here next week in track pants.
Oh.
You're not going to fit in your
Yeah,
clothes.
no kidding.
It's-
But they're I didn't even know they made those. They're perfect.
Really?
They're perfect size. Because I do love Reese's peanut butter cups. I do. I don't eat much of it, but when I'm at the store, it's either the milk chocolate almonds or the Reese's peanut butter cups, or you know what I mean, like, or those. What are those chocolates that they're broken up? Not almonds, but hazelnut chocolate, milk chocolate with hazelnut. in
Okay.
it. You never seen that?
That's what you like?
Yeah.
Those are old people chocolate bars.
Wow.
Don't you just like go and grab a Wonder Bar? Like if you're at the cash register. No, you want the bougie stuff.
It's in a purple cover thing. They're expensive. Those chocolate bars are expensive. Yeah, they're old people chocolate bars because they're so freaking expensive.
Yeah, you need
young
to
people
be on
can't afford
pension
them.
to get it.
They
Oh
can't
my
afford
God.
them.
Yeah,
but
nuts. What we can't afford chocolate and nuts.
I love having like hazelnut or almonds in my milk chocolate. I know the dark chocolate's supposed to be good for you. Everything that's good for you fucking.
Oh yeah, I don't
want
want to suffer through dark chocolate.
I like it. You got dark chocolate, forget it. I'm not interested.
No, I would do licorice over chocolate.
No,
though.
I can't do licorice.
No?
No.
Oh God, I
can't.
love it.
I don't know why I never got into that. Black people are into black licorice. They're into like these little round.
Oh, like
candies
the
that-
all sorts?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Scott likes those. Those are for really old people.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't handle that. It's just.
Okay, but what meat does your family eat on Easter? Are you turkey people? Are you ham people? What are you doing? Oh, you're not cooking.
Well, no. Usually, no. You know what? Thanksgiving we usually have the turkey, and Easter we usually sometimes have like lasagna and lamb and like all different food like
lamb.
that. Yeah, we have like it's a frickin' like we got a spread like you would not believe. Like,
That's a cultural difference. I don't
that's
think I've ever
Italians-
eaten a lamb in my life.
Italians, I'm telling you, like lamb, like Italians won't like I'm telling you, like it was like a 7-course meal.
Jesus
like even
Christ.
like Thanksgiving, Easter, Christmas, anything like and then being raised with Italian parents, I mean we had like 3-4 course meals every night. Like I remember coming home, we had pasta, then we had meat and potatoes and sausage and then just salad and I'm telling you, like it's like
that would be a Tuesday. Your mom would cook that
on a any given night.
Jesus
any given
Christ.
night. And then Sunday, regular, like we definitely had pasta on Sunday with meatballs. And the greatest, what I love the most is you put ribs and have it simmer in the sauce that's cooking all day.
Okay.
Oh my God! If
You
anybody
make, like
hasn't had
bolognese
this,
sauce with ribs in it.
no, they like you would make sauce and then you would put ribs in there and they would simmer all day in the sauce, and it just comes off the bone like nothing.
Oh, yeah, that
And I'll
sounds
tell you,
delicious.
and it's if you haven't had it, it's the best tasting. And we would have that with our pasta, with the meat, and we have meatballs and ribs, and the ribs would be cooking in the sauce, and it's just unbelievable. You like if you haven't had it, figure a way. I'll give you a recipe. You get the ribs, you flash it in the boiling water for about a couple minutes,
Yeah.
and then boom, and then you put them in the sauce and let it simmer, and then it'll cook on its own, and then when it's ready, like let it simmer for 3 hours.
Was your family jarring sauce? You had a cantina
We used to.
full of this?
My parents are gone now, so but oh yeah, we freaking man, we would spend all day Saturday jarring sauce. We did everything. We jarred peaches, pears, sauce. I'm telling you, we were we were like living like Little House on the Prairie, you know, like
It's a
like
smart way
yeah,
to be.
Yeah, we did everything. We made the sausage, supersata, prosciutto. We had rabbits in our backyard, and I would see my dad murder them, and and they would be screaming, knowing they're up next on deck. They're on deck for the next one.
That's another thing I've never eaten. I would never think to eat a rabbit.
We had chickens, and we just lived in a regular residential neighborhood. Everybody on the street knew. We had peach trees. We had strawberries in their backyard. We had corn. Like we had a decent sized lot, and because we lived, there was kind of a not a highway behind us, but like it was the end of the highway. My dad would plant like stuff on the other side of the fence, and the guy that would cut the grass along the road, the highway there, always cut around my dad's garden there. We had a garden. Half our backyard was garden, plus half of the city property was garden. That. And we had every food that you can imagine. The biggest tomatoes. We had tons of tomatoes, tons of salad, fig trees in our backyard. We had everything.
Oh, that's economy too. It's how you feed a big family, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My mom does that for us now, and we freeze it all.
Yeah.
And if you wanted a fresh tomato tomorrow, I have some. Right.
Oh, it was great. Like, you know what I mean? Like you realize how good you had it until you don't have it anymore. Mm-hmm. And, you know, so now my parents aren't there, but we know how to make some stuff, but I don't think the jarring of tomatoes is going to be on the list of me doing, but yeah, no, I'm doing some things that I was raised, but not jarring even peaches and stuff like that. But the meats, cured meats, we're working on right now.
Really?
My sister and I were doing it.
Oh, that's really interesting. See, my mom made a lot of meatloaf, and I learned how to make meatloaf.
I like meatloaf.
And
I haven't had that in a while.
Really? You should do it. If I can do it, you know it's easy.
I got to put it in my atmosphere. Oh, meatloaf. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have like sometimes broccoli and cheese in the middle of the meatloaf. You ever had that?
I've never done that before.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
But my children's favorite thing to eat is spätzle. Which is basically just dumplings fried in butter. Wow. And they think that this is the ultimate gourmet because it takes a really long time and you get really dirty. Mm-hmm. But essentially all you're doing is mixing eggs and flour and boiling it. Yeah. And so we've been menu planning our weeks just so we can be a little more organized. And no matter what you ask them what they want for dinner, they just want spätzle, which is not a food group and is not hard to make. Mm-hmm. But that's my go-to.
Nice.
I'll make you dumplings anytime.
Well, guys, we're running out of time here. So
Happy Easter.
I appreciate you. Happy Easter. Thanks for listening, everyone. Listen, if you like, follow and share, and hope to see you guys listening to us soon again. Thanks for listening.